In this video, we're going to talk about creating a tribute video. Hi, I'm John Grubb from 4kcc.com. We publish computing-related videos all the time. If you're already a subscriber to our channel, thanks and welcome back. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. First of all, why might you want to make a tribute video? Well, perhaps someone in your family or a friend has passed away and there's going to be some kind of memorial service and you want to take pictures and make a video. Or maybe you want to make a video for some celebrity, either living or one who has passed on. As an example, just a few days ago, it was the 23rd anniversary of the tragic death of Princess Diana. So we're going to use that today to make a tribute video. The first things we have to look at are what you're going to put in, pictures, music, etc. Now here's where you have to be careful. If you're going to publish your video, say on YouTube or on Facebook or something like that, you have to be careful that you are not using copyrighted material. That's for both the pictures and for the audio. We're going to start out by looking at those two areas, your pictures, your music, and copyright. Just so you know that royalty-free is not the same as copyright-free. You'll see lots of sites on the internet where you have royalty-free. It's not the same thing. So we're going to dig right into that now. If you're going to use your own pictures that you've taken, or that family members have shared with you, to put into a tribute video, there's no problem with copyright. You own the copyright. However, if you're going to use pictures from online, here's where you have to be careful. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And remember, we're going to start with pictures and music before we even talk about what software we're going to use. What we're going to do is we're going to go online to Google and we'll go to Images. And we want to do this video about Princess Diana. So we're going to search in Google Images for Princess Diana. And when those results come up, if we scan down the page, we can see there are tons and tons of pictures of Princess Diana. But of all these pictures, we don't know what is copyrighted and what is not. Google is going to help us with that. When we go to the top of the page, you see an area where it says Tools. Click on Tools and notice Usage Rights. That's a drop-down menu. You can see that it normally is not filtered, so you don't know what's copyrighted and what is not. You can choose from how pictures are labeled in terms of how you're going to use them. I'm going to choose labeled for reuse because I want to put this tribute to Princess Diana up on the YouTube channel. When I click that, if you were paying attention, you'd see that lots of pictures disappeared because they were copyrighted. If you use copyrighted pictures, that's not good. We find the picture that we want to use. We can just click on it, and in Google Pictures, it appears on the right. Now, we right-click on that picture and save image as. And we've created a special folder just for this, so we've put the picture in there. Of all the pictures, we're going to go through now and pick out the ones that we want. Now, I've sped this process up on the video so you don't have to wait. You'll see they're going fairly rapidly. Of course, the pictures you choose, this is where your personality comes into play, because you're choosing pictures that you would like to see in a tribute to someone. One of the things that you might notice, like here's a picture that I would have liked to use, but look how small it is compared to the others. So I'm not going to use that one. I also want to point out, you notice below it there are other pictures. Don't click on those because they may be copyrighted. All right, so I'm going to go back and finish up some more pictures here. Now I've got to the point where, okay, I have pictures, but I'd like to see if there's any more. So what I'm going to do is go back up to my search and change from Princess Diana to Diana Spencer. which of course is her name. And now we'll see that some of the same pictures come up, but other pictures also come up. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to zip through those and find the ones I want and get them all together. When I've finished, all the pictures that I want to use in the tribute are in one folder. And I know that these are all labeled for reuse, so I should not get into any copyright problems. The next thing we're going to look at is music. The same thing applies with music. And I'm going to put some links in the description for some sites that have music you can use. Now, one of the things you'll see, like Ben Sound that you're looking at, that has a free license if you give them credit. And they tell you what you cannot do. I use Epidemic Sound. This is not a free service. You do have to pay for it. But if you use a lot of music, and as you can see, I'm licensed to use the music on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I could add Twitch if I wanted. I could add a podcast. I haven't done that, but I can use it in all those places. Epidemic Sound's music is sorted by mood, by genre, by vocals, by length, by beats per minute. There's all kinds of ways you can find things. I have gone and looked for sad music and sentimental because I want something to go along with this remembrance of Princess Diana. And I go through and I have to spend some time. I have to listen to clips. And this is time consuming, but it's well worth it. Now I'm going to also give you a link for this page, which shows you 16 different places you can find music. Some of them are copyright free, some of them are royalty free. Remember, there's a difference. Royalty free simply means that once you pay for it, you don't have to keep paying more fees by using it. But if it's just royalty fee, you have to pay something up front. Mixkit, that's a great little site if you're a YouTuber especially. YouTube has its own audio library. If you YouTube, you can use audio from that library, but only on YouTube. And there's the Epidemic Sound, which I already explained is the main one I use. Again, all these links will be at the bottom. So now we have our pictures and we have our audio. What software do you use to put it together? For me, I use 3 different software programs. If I'm going to do a lot of screen capturing, I use Camtasia. It allows you to capture the screen. It allows you to zoom in, zoom out pretty easily. I use Camtasia a lot. I also use PowerDirector 365. This is a very powerful program, no pun intended. It allows you to do a lot when you put your videos together. Finally, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, the thing about these 3 programs, all 3 of them are paid programs. You can't use them for free. There might be a trial version, but you'll have a watermark. So if you were only going to make one tribute video, it's kind of expensive. Instead, both Windows and Apple have video programs built in. So we're going to take a look Windows first. If you go to the search bar and search for video, you'll see at the top Video Editor. Video Editor is part of Windows Photo. If you search for that and don't find it, it means you're not using the latest Windows Photo. If that's the case, go to the Microsoft Store, and up in the top, it's a great place to go. Search for Microsoft Photos. When that comes up, if there's a new version, it will tell you. In my case, I already have the new version, so it simply says the product is installed. Once you have that installed, you can go back and use the video program. You click on the plus sign to add a new one and give your video a title. So I called it Princess Diana Tribute. Now there's nothing in the library, so we're going to add. I'm going to add from the PC. I'm going to that folder where I put all the pictures of Princess Diana. And I'm simply going to click and highlight all of them at one time and bring all of them into the library. You can see it adds the files. The first thing I want to do is actually create a title board. And when I click on it, as you can see, there are different fonts. And I'm able to type in the box above the fonts once I pick the font. So I'm going to pick an italic one. And I go up and take out the word title. And I put my title in, which is Princess Diana Tribute. Now under layout, I can click on the layout and change how it looks. And I simply decide which one of those that I want to use. So I've made my choice. And once I make my choice, I'm going to click Done. Now you can see I have a title. The 5.0 that you see is how many seconds it would be on the screen. What I'm going to do now, this is where personalization really comes in. I look at all the pictures I saved and I decide how I want to put the video together. In my case, I'm going to try to go kind of chronologically. So I look for what appears to be the younger pictures, and then I just move through until we get to the later years. And again, I'm speeding this up so that you don't have to sit here for 10 minutes while I decide what pictures to go in. And I'm just pulling them all in. And when I do that, I can change the time that they're on the screen, etc. Now, one of the things that the video editor allows you to do is when you're in, you can pick a picture and you can click on filters. And as you can see, as I click on filters, the picture looks different. So if I want to put a filter on an individual picture, I can do that. You'll also see that some of the pictures have black around them. When I click on a picture, I can now take that black away if I want. This takes a little time because some pictures, if you remove the black, it changes or it cuts people's heads off, whatever the case may be. This takes a little time to decide. On each one, you say, okay, do I want to remove the black or do I want to keep the black and have the picture look the way it did originally? And again, this is an individual decision that you are going to make. Everyone's perception might be a little different. You might say, yeah, I like that. No, I don't. But that's what you do. Just go through and take a look at removing the black. And again, I've sped up this process, but hopefully you get the gist. Now that we have the pictures in order, I'm going to go back in the music that I had picked out. I download it, and now I bring it into the video. I make sure that it stretches all the way across. And now I may have to change some timing so that my audio fits, because we want the pictures and the audio to run around the same time. And my audio file, which I would have seen when I first looked at it, was about 2 minutes and 6 seconds. But my pictures were only about 1 minute and 40 seconds with being on the screen the amount of time I had chosen. All I'm doing is changing the timing. And now I have it that it's squared away. I'm going to finish the video. I'm going to export it. And I'm saving it in the same folder. And when it's done exporting, it will come up and start to play. And I can double check it and make sure that it's okay. As you can see, there is some time in this. What a lot of people don't realize is that editing can take hours if you want it to be a really nice video. But right now we're just going for simple. We just want a simple tribute, and that's what we're working on. Now, if you're a Mac user, we're going to move on to Mac. Mac has video software built in also. It's called iMovie. And in iMovie, we're going to start a new project. We're going to import the same pictures that we did for Windows. And once we have those all imported, we're going to do the same thing. First, we're going to make a title. We go click on Titles. We can pick a theme if we like. They have themes in iMovie. I'm going to pick Playful. Not that this video is going to be playful, but I just like the way it looks. And I don't have to add a picture if I don't want to. I pick that theme. And now I'm going to drag the opening title And as you can see, it simply says opening title. So I have to edit that. I'm going to click inside that box and I'm going to remove opening title and I'm going to put in Princess Diana Tribute. With the title in place, I simply drag in the pictures in the order that I want. As I'm putting pictures in, I have to keep scrolling. So I decide that I want to change that. On the right-hand side, you'll see Settings. I go to Settings and I move that to the left. You see what happens. The images get smaller and it's easier for me to add more pictures without having to scroll. Once again, I've sped up the process. Now that I have all my pictures and I have them in the order that I want, I can change the timing between pictures by simply moving the edge. You'll see the cursor turns into 2 arrows, and now I can move back and forth and change the seconds that I want. I'm going to set them all around 3 seconds, and then I'll have to make some adjustments once we add the music. Next, I go back up to Audio, and I'm going to bring in the same track that I used on the Windows version of this. And I just scroll and find it, and download it, and bring it into the project. And then I just drag it down and expand it to fit for the whole length of the slideshow. I see that there are more pictures than audio, so I go back now and I'm going to change the timing between pictures so that now the audio and the pictures work together. Now I'm testing the video. You can see in iMovie, it does an automatic fade in and out, which the Windows did not do. And that is one of the features of iMovie. When you get into video programs like I use that you have to buy, they also allow you to do different transitions like that. Now I'm going to share it up under File and Share, and I'm going to share it to a file on my computer because I'm not sure where I want to use it yet. So now it's saved in my computer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the video right into this video. So if you like to watch it, it's about 2 minutes, and then I'll come back with a closing. Again, this is a very simple tribute video made with free software on Windows and on the Mac. That's it for this video. I hope that you learned something about making a tribute video, either for yourself or for publication. If you have questions, please leave those questions in the comment area. If you like this video, please give it a like. Thanks, and until next time, take care.